What, 60 seconds? Easy. And this is, I'm on a drawing stream. Whatever batshit insane shit you're about to say, I just want you to think it through. Shit. So we were ahead of the curve. We were ahead of the curve. That's crazy. Dude, we're bringing the elephant gun next hunt. Yeah, I can't wait to do Dark Tide of Maximus. Anyways, back to work. Back to work. Back to work. We got the stream up. We got the setup well up. Don't got that monitor yet, but someday I'll have it. The whole world will see that I can multitask easier. Anatomy of the Greatblade. Guess first things first. Last time we kind of played around of how the Greatblade would look if we focus more on cartooning. You're right. Why is that red? Alright, first thing first, get ribcage form. Okay, I think that we can level out the pelvic form. It doesn't need to fully be a box. I think we want a more masculine pelvic form. Maybe? Like, if we take very basic anatomy into form, technically the rectus goes all the way down here, the rectus abdominis. This is the serratus. Now, playing of box forms just isn't enough. Greatblades have a lot of geometries of them, but I think I just need to give up on those types of shapes for now. I mean, like, I guess I could play this just for a little bit, but I think we want to focus on geometries less. Huh. No, here you go again, making geometric forms. All right. Now, oval form definitely works at the chest more. And kind of like umbrella that. That's wider than it needs to be. All right. The brachiform is important. The tricep form is important. Dalius form is important. And these other muscle forms don't affect the outside as much, really. Making the accurate anatomy kind of goes hand in hand with making a simple shell. First things first. Basic forms. Just make, again, three very basic forms that are important here. This goes down to the center form. Okay. Okay. Should I have like a... No, definitely not. Should it go outward? Maybe. Hmm. Okay. All right. All right. New page. Knowing more about this. Let's set up the major forms. Okay. Let's get out my anatomy book. As soon as I get stronger stimulant, though. Yes, I was watching a little bit of BTD while drawing. My bad if I wasn't that conversational. Nobody was on, so I just thought, I might as well just watch something. Or not watch, listen to something. I like listening to things. However, I am trying to study the form for a Greatblade. Which, if you don't know, is supposed to be an animated group in my series. Dedication? Absolutely. Art is just one of those things where You can kind of find ways to entertain yourself while you're going through all the studies parts of it. Though sometimes the discoveries in it are fun enough. I've tried to find my anatomy chart that I made. I don't know if I posted that on the channel, actually. It's probably post that sometime. Actually, wait. I have it filed. I could just pull up my anatomy chart right now if I need it. Give me a sec. Sorry if you can hear my crazy ass dog. Okay, here we are. This is an anatomy chart that I made a few days ago. Let's put this to the side for now. This is the serratus, the pectoris, the abdominis, and the oblique, right. Those are the four main forms of the chest. Knowing that, if I just take my time with this, we make the circle, or the oval. This is the rib cage form. Do I kind of want a forward facing? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's not make this more complex than it needs to be. Center line, pelvic. What will the pelvis of the great look like? I guess I kind of want an equal form to the chest because it kind of fans out with the plates. Having that figured out, you kind of set up the bony landmarks. The V form. That don't want the. I feel like the oblique doesn't really matter in terms of how expressed it is compared to the serratus. In fact, I think the serratus I want to be sharp. This is going to be like 100% equal, but I'm just making a very basic design. So we have the serratus floor. I think the serratus form being done first is definitely better. Great is looking a tiny bit wide right now. I don't know if like that's problematic. Their abdominal form in general will just be a bit bigger than the average humans. I feel like I'm not doing this correct. No, let's just trust the process real quick. This is sketching. I say it is sketching, but I'm also putting a genuine attempt into finding the form for them. In order to figure out the full Greatblader anatomy, I need to figure out the muscle anatomy in general. And that requires me just kind of playing around and moving things about. The medius, I feel like this doesn't matter as much as a basic form for the pelvis. Maybe that's where I'm wrong, though. Let's make the bone form. I know there's going to be a tail on them. There's a small one. And that doesn't matter. Work on the front. I don't know. I feel like I know it going outward like this isn't how it's supposed to look on the regular anatomy. But I really want to take the plates into consideration. Maybe, again, just trust the process, let it curve inward. Again, these aren't human, so let's just try to ignore the other form for but a second. Okay. Bubbling out and then curving inward. That's definitely what we're looking for. Bone density, BMI, yeah. All those things kind of fall into their own unique places. But more importantly, the animation I'm working on has an entirely different species from the human being. So while I can take inspiration from the human form, they have plating on them. They have like actual. Sorry, I moved towards my mic. It might have been loud. They have actual thermal plates that are covering their bodies. So it's my job to figure out how much of the human form can be used in this and how much of it needs to be figured out itself. Because reference is always good, but having your own sort of realm figured out here is also good. And I don't think it's going to work fully for the leg form either. I think I'm going to have to bubble this out just slightly. The geometries are fine. I can extend the abdominal form just a little bit. I feel like the oblique kind of takes away from the cartoonishness of a lot of designs. Those legs look a bit too mammalian. But not like human mammalian. No, I don't like how that looks actually. You see what I'm doing? Alright. Simple bubble form. The lower form, I need to figure out what's going on with. And I think I have a clue. So, I kind of want, this is where I kind of want to add a shell to their form. This is going to be the first of 3 major shell forms or so. Like a few major shell forms. I want a leg shell form. And the leg shell form should match. Like as if the shell is folding around what on our form would be the what's it called? Not the longus. It's the man. I keep on looking to these forms. I'll learn it at some point though. The gastros, the medium lateral gastrals. It's going to it's going to be implied that the plate evolved around the gastro and down to the heel. Half cloak. I can see that a little bit, yeah. The serratus, I think, should end near the second major plate form, which is the abdominal plate. The pelvis doesn't really have any major plate form for them. This looks far more accurate. If we just let the serratus be. Let's not like make the serratus form too big. Yeah, we'll just put out this serratus form right here. The oblique form, I think, can fit right here. Before I added the boots. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, these are the boot plates, though. I think the boot plate, the sexy legs, giving them some boots on them, just naturally. Almost looks a little bit Space Marine-ish. I think that's where it's at, honestly. Keeping the boot form right here. And just because this is supposed to be animated, I'm just going to play around a little bit with the boot form. How it could be simplified. Like just a curve instead of a sharp turn maybe. And another curve there. 2 really easy curve forms to kind of just play around with. Nothing to worry about. And then the biceps femoris. Right here. We'll just like lay down the biceps femoris. This is kind of how the leg form looks. If we really want to simplify the muscles. But if not, like, this is kind of how, like, this isn't proportional to the boot whatsoever, but I'm just kind of making the size a bit dramatic for the detail's sake. It look like it could be part of a chest armor. Yeah, I can see that cloth, or like a standard too. Or like the type of shit samurais wear over their shoulders. Like Ronin. esque. I'm not an artist like you. Anybody can be an artist. I'm kind of in that stage where I'm obsessing a lot over how good something looks. Realistically, considering these are animated characters, these should be the types of lines I should be worrying about. Far more basic structures and stuff. But I don't want my characters to look too simplistic when animating them. So that's why I instead of like giving them straight lines, I kind of want to give them more rounded organic forms. That way, even while I'm working with simplicity, I can kind of play around with the realism a little bit. It's kind of how Disney animators work too. Yeah, it's how any good animator really works, and I want to take my animation it's a little bit more seriously than what I have been. Speaking of that, I'm still gonna play if this had them in just a little bit. Definitely want a masculine pelvic form. Which, if you don't know, masculine pelvic forms are more boxy, while a female pelvic form is a bit wider. Because the gluteus medius and maximus, plus the thigh form, like the entire thigh form, is just bigger. Fat distribution on women is different. This is another muscle form. Not muscle, sorry. Kind of like bone form, the collarbone. As we all know, probably broke that once. You're lazy. You just rough sketch. I mean, rough sketching is still a form of art. Through AI, in artist opinion, right here with AI, I don't understand it. Like, out of curiosity, I put my own work through AI. And the amount of detail and advancement that's able to get with it is cool. But it's hard capturing concepts in the first place. Like, AI has a hard time, at least right now, getting concepts through and making good shit that looks inspired and actually creative instead of just a bunch of random details put all over the place. It looks weird at the moment. I say at the moment because it's computers. It'll always be better at some point if you give it time. Hey Ben, how you doing? What's in? I gotta turn on your audio so the whole world can hear you paying.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. You wanna know what I just learned?
What you learn, Pan?
My retarded brother that I don't like is gonna come over for this Christmas. There's a
Gonna,
good chance because he broke up with his girlfriend.
that's great. I'm gonna send this to your brother. This exact stream clip.
Well, to be fair, um, I don't know, man. Like he's just kind of stupid and slow. Uh, Moron. He's kind of like he reminds me of like a dog, but like a dog that just barely survived getting euthanized. You know,
What? Barely?
barely. Yeah, and it just
As
makes it
opposed to
out.
just like the dog that tanked it all the way through?
Yeah, no. Most of the damage went straight to the brain. So
Huh. Alright, let's make that bend a little sharper. Hmm.
Not gonna lie, man. Seeing like racist people online is always like it's interesting, but it's just sad, man. Like these people are trying so hard to tell this guy that he isn't Irish. Like, trust me, man. I don't think any black person out there is gonna try to fake being Irish. They already got it bad enough. They don't want to be Irish. They're not just gonna lie about it.
The fuck else is there to do out here these days?
Get shot.
That's true. Alright. So this is the biceps form. This form kind of goes around the bicep. Because realistically, it's under the bicep form. And then after that, you kind of have... I don't know, we could thin out that form slightly, though. Pain, they added an entirely new campaign, the Dark Tide.
Okay. Bro, we don't have any fucking shot. Oh my god, I found it. Oh my god, Mr. Beast! Mr. Beast, please.
What was that, Peyton?
It was impressive. That's what it was.
See, this is what I want to find more. I want to see, like, more muscle forms instead of muscle ligaments. All those tiny little bits. How long have I been doing this, though? How long have I been, like, studying the muscle forms specifically? Not really all that long.
No, how long have you been breathing?
In terms of, like, actual art, doing artwork and stuff, I've been doing it for, like, a decade at this point.
Till death do us part, motherfucker. Till
I've
shit
only
do us
just taken
part.
it seriously, like, 2 years ago. The Hangman Project is about 2 years old.
That's when he had his giggity giggity lock in moment.
Thank you, appreciate it. After that, we all know the hand form. Well, not really, but like, I know the hand form.
If you react to an image with the handbag emoji, that's probably gayer than sucking off a dude. I'm not gonna lie.
The only thing is that form seems a bit longer than usual. Our arms usually reach down near our pelvic form. They're not that long. Obviously, again, these aren't humans, so I'm not going to act like the average Greatblader is going to look at a human being and be like, bro, that's me. But hey, It definitely ain't gonna look like this. Brad Sleet, thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, I need now if I really want to play around with this. This is a pretty accurate form of the gross anatomy. The gross anatomy being art anatomy. The anatomy that artists use. Let's start putting plates on now. Where do I want the plate located? Like, if I take our form, the bone kind of protrudes. Here's the brachiotriceps or triceps brachii. Like if I here's the bicep brachii, deltoid. If I have this form right here, this is I call it the shell, but it's what I'm officially it's called the gauntlet of the Greatblade. Why I'm asking? I'm just asking myself. So, but I'm just explaining why what I'm talking about real quick. The legs you kind of already figured out a little bit, but
Romanians fighting in the comments like there's $20 on the line.
You're right, Pin. You happy you got to read that out loud? Whatever the fuck that is. I need to make a more accurate form than that. Okay.
I'm not gonna. What has Romania done for society? Because, like, really, if you think about if you think about what
Andrew
Africa
Tate was
is
captured there. That makes every year it existed worth it.
Well, maybe not every year. I don't know, man. That is pretty nice.
Romania.
I fucking hate Romanians. They're twats.
Jesus Christ, man. What if our viewer's Romanian? The fuck's wrong with you?
Fucking dude, just like drop a coin on the floor and they'll run after it.
I'm just learning, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, you know, Payne, that's a really fucked up thing to say. Well, Romania created vampire. All right, checkmate, I guess. Checkmate Q, yup.
Romanians didn't invent vampires.
Yeah.
No, Baldur's Gate 3 invented vampires. That's what no one's back.
Yeah, so let's say this is our main form of the arm. This is the arm. You look at the arm like this from sideways. This is how the arm looks from the side. Greek vampires, that sounds sick. Yeah.
The high-ranking cartel officers. I kind of want to get the Hive Scum. I'm probably going to get it for this Christmas.
You should get Arc for this Christmas, man. It's cheaper than the Hive Scum.
Is it?
It is. Okay, so right here. If you subscribe, we have had like 1 or 2 subscriber streams where I've just been in the chat. I think we've only had one gaming one, but I've been in the we have a tavern, not a tavern, a server that we hang out in sometimes. I usually post channel updates there. So you can just see how my artwork kind of comes through. I'm going to be doing a lot more of it now that the semester is done. But yeah, this is the gauntlet. And the gauntlet is going to go around the front form of the arm. And then I think I want the gauntlet to kind of finish up here. I want the gauntlet to go around the elbow. And that's where all 3 of the plates in the gauntlet will be located. I say plates. It pretty much blades. So for the Greatblader form, or the Greatblader model in general, here's a very basic, just like make a really simple design of the arm. I'm getting better at just marking down the muscles. Yeah, very basic form of the arm. Here's the gauntlet. And then the gauntlet expands into 3 sections. It's a very simple look at it, but it expands. And the expansion holds a lot of the heat inside of the Greatblade. Or the Greatblader. Yeah, don't worry about it. Thanks, I appreciate it. I was reminding people to subscribe because I'm kind of supposed to do that. I love this channel, but sometimes I forget to just tell people to actually subscribe so I can make the channel somewhat useful other than just talking, you know? So I gotta remember to do that more. Get on the grind. But, you know, I just feel like I want to get to know my subscribers first. I want this channel to be more authentic than anything else. I feel like too many channels are just money. Too many channels are just out there trying to grab money. And to be fair, I'll be honest, I'll be human. When I started the channel, it kind of went from I want to share my art to how can I monetize this channel, and my content kind of fell away from art and gaming and stuff and just a bunch of random shit. And then I kind of reset it back to where I want it to be. Because I realized even if I did start making money, I'd be pretty depressed making just a bunch of shitty content with no effort. So I just decided, you know what, it's better I just make no money off of it. Or at least like try to make that money in a way that I like, rather than trying to just fight the algorithm. I get more than enough attention anyways, just by art, and that's what I enjoy doing. Oh, so the gauntlet has to be outward on most shots. That will make the animating much easier for the gauntlet if I just have it outward at all shots. However, just due to how the biology of the arm works, the way it bends, I can't have the blade to the side. Otherwise, that would risk it digging into the blader's arm. Do what you think you need to. I think I must do everything these days. This is one of those stresses of life. You either do or you don't, is what the world tells you. Alright. I could just copy paste this arm onto this one, but I kind of want to commit to memory what I'm working on here, which is memorizing the muscle forms. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to name the forms as I draw them. This is the brachii, the biceps brachii. Whenever I think of this form, I think of Brachydios from Monster Hunter. So, we got brachii. We got trachea, the triceps. kind of fold around into a V. Then this form is a lot easier. The brachioradialis. Wow. Now that's a name. In the flexor. So this is the flexor and this is the radialis, the brachyradialis. Actually, wait. Yeah, this form is a bit wider than the other arm. Wait, that is the blessing of digital art. I just kind of fuck around with it, and then when I get the information I need, I can start doing corrections. Technically, the radialis form doesn't matter, considering the gauntlet exists. I can focus a lot less on that form, but I'm still going to learn it because there are other creatures that exist in the Hangman universe that do require that knowledge. I just don't know though. I don't know 100% what I'm looking at just yet, so I don't know 100% if what I'm doing is correct. But that's fine. That's why I'm doing this in the first place, because I want to know which one is correct. Monster Hunter is an awesome game. For my birthday, actually, my birthday was December 1st, but for my birthday, I got the anatomy book for it. The Monster Hunter official concept arts and anatomies and like the world building, the ecology. Got the official art book. It's 560 pages long. Happy late birthday. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I don't know if I definitely should care about the neck form.
When is Maximus gonna hop on?
No clue. I thought you asked him. That's where I'm at. I think Maximus yesterday told me tomorrow that you would do it at night. Like later in the night or something like that. Alright, whatever. It's fine. This isn't my best work ever. This isn't my best work ever, but it gives us basic forms. That's the important part. It gives us the ability to practice basic forms. I can't wait till I get that monitor. That way I can do my studies easier. I won't have to set up all these charts. I kind of like the way this pen works or looks. That actually looks really nice. I love the way this pen looks. Layers and moving things around. Yeah, I haven't done digital art in a long time, so my work is a tiny bit rusty, but I definitely have a lot of work in the past to kind of step back to and look at. I don't really know 100% again what I'm looking at just yet, but I'm sure it'll come to me as I keep studying. If we just kind of ignore the muscle forms for a sec and make a very basic arm. And let's just out of our own knowledge now. Does that look like a cartoony arm to you? Does that look like an arm's silhouette? An action figure's arm? I feel like I don't understand the front form just enough. Maybe I should take a picture of my own body and look at it. Translate to lots of professions? Yeah. More importantly, though, I want it to translate into concept arts. That specific profession. Animation, conceptualization, leading that type of stuff. I want to become... No, I will become the greatest concept artist walking this planet. Elbow needs to be raised. Raised as in like going a little bit. Like go farther inside of the form. This form should also be bigger considering it's... Okay, and that means this form should be longer. Lots of little corrections there. Now, why do you delete your message? That seemed pretty useful. Kind of like bubbles out a bit farther. You believe in me? Thanks, man. I'm gonna need a lot more knowledge on my side, but you know, it's better than just being a concept artist. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna become the concept artist. The glove hides it anyways. Yeah. The gauntlet. Kind of like got a little bit of a bump there. Okay, the only thing I'm struggling with, like, greatly is proportions. All of these can be built into very, very simple forms. I just need proportions correct. Oh, so I think the elbow was the right choice here. That is just going to be an extremely consistent place for the gauntlet to stay in. If I just make a very simple Greatblade anatomy right here, using what we've learned now. Circles, the boot at the thigh, at the end of the thigh. Kind of have the boot go outward, or kind of like bend outward just a little bit, and then have this part go in. Well, great, now the pelvic form is it too big for the actual
Maximus hasn't responded to me. I'm going to call him now.
making the biceps longer than the forearm. Am I? Let's measure that real quick. This is the triceps. This is the biceps. Biceps down to the forearm. The forearm is the front. Yeah, you're right. That is massively miscaled.
Maximus is just eating dinner.
Do you ask him what
After
he's
that, you
eating?
said he's probably going to hop on. Don't know what the hell that means.
Maybe he's
You
watching
are retarded.
anime. All right. So this, okay. In fact, I entirely missed that form in general. This is just what that muscle form looks like from here. The brachyradial actually goes way out, depending on where you're looking at it from. Holy shit. That's just from the underhand. Wow. All right. It's quite the interesting observation you just created for me. Thank you. That entire form kind of goes out. Not really with the elbow here, but this does have more of a place. This should be bigger, much bigger. The triceps should be most of the upper arm form, and the bicep should just be here instead of all the way down there. At the end of the tricep is where the bone points out. And then I need to greatly extend the extensor. The extensor form seems to be greater than the entire forearm form, or most of it. Just about as long as the entire forearm form. Okay, so we can have the extensor go up a little bit. Kind of fold over here. You can kind of see a bit of the flexor. The flexor and the extensor are kind of just the same form at this point. Like,
And Holly Jolly Christmas, in case you didn't hear. Oh, by Jolly, have a Holly Jolly Christmas this year.
okay, the elbow form needs to be smaller than that. This goes lower. But just like kind of combine both of these forms, considering they peel off the elbow. This just goes straight up. This has a slight bump to it. All right. Hey, chew. Man, that was a horrible sneeze. That kind of displaced the entire
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I have to hear one more fucking thing about the gloving community, the sliding community, the worming community, I'm gonna I'm gonna kill someone.
All right, first things first. Let's make sure we know the arm form by making a circle here, a triangle here, and then a cone here. Already some correction. Let's just correct this a little bit. Now, knowing what we know now, we can make the tricep form. We could kind of just make it a little sharp over there. It bubbles out in the muscle itself. Then we can make the bicep form. The bicep form has its own respective territory up here. Then we can make the radius form, or the radial form.
Bro, I remember what I was doing in Fallout. I was finding the Washington Monument.
There's the elbow. There's the radial form. Not radial. The flexor form and the extensor form. This is going to go out a little bit as it builds into the wrist and this goes up. This looks like a much more accurate representation of this form. And of course, there's always the deltoid that connects to the trapezius. Trapezius form over here. There's the lat 2. I know that this form kind of has a fold to it. I'm gonna have to see more of that, but obviously this isn't like an accurate proportion to the arm. In fact, no, that was putting the effort to actually make it proportional, because I always get proportions all shitty whenever sketching. Let's make an actual effort to make that proportional. Everything about that form looks better. Thank you for that catch, though, with the elbow. Should really stream this stuff more. Others observing the work is different from me just putting it together. Also, again, this form, or this whole leg, just kind of... First of all, comparatively, the pelvic form up to the head form is too small.
You have discovered the Washington Monument.
Observation.
Oh, hello. There's a bunch of guys over there. All right, I feel much safer now.
Okay. We need a brand new page for this study. Once the muscles tighten and lock, they should clean up. Yeah, for the most part. Now that we have some more of that study figured out, I say we could start sparing ourselves some room on the canvas. Let me just be a critique. Well, I mean, you're observing, as I am, but you're observing with a different eye, and that very obviously is coming out helpful to me. Sometimes my eye is a bit too judgmental on the gesture that I end up losing the entire form in the first place. So let's make a more lively form of the body here. Let's go back to one of the older sketches. A simplified sketch of the form, if you will. Let's expand the plates how I want. Okay, so I can't have the boots. I can't have the sexy boots if I'm gonna have this plate.
Unfortunate.
Do I need the sexy boots? Or should I change? No, because this is a flexible form. The less lines up there, the better, because the pelvic form is a very strange form to kind of work with out here. So I don't want to fuck that up any more than I need to. This kind of goes in towards the camera, but this form doesn't really say that. So let me just shorten the form a little bit. And then a little bit of placement to that. No. See, the only problem about this animated bit is...
I love you, Brotherhood of Steel.
I can't just put this together.
It's so cool.
Be right back, alright, I'll see you.
The hero of the wasteland returns.
What on earth are you watching, Peyton?
I'm playing Fallout 3. I'm talking to Three Dog, the fucking goat.
Three Dog or Three Dong?
Struck
Three
a
Dog.
major blow against tyranny. Now, GNR can be heard clear across the capital wasteland again. That'll give Eden and those muties something to think about.
Muties?
Before I get back to my calling.
Yep.
I bet you want to hear about your dad.
Okay.
No shit.
Whoa now, dry eyes. Promise. We'll be fine. When your dad passed through here, he and I talked for a good long time. A real standard time.
How's the stream?
How'd you stream? I'm making progress. That's for sure.
Project Zero.
Oh, you're still streaming?
To visit a Dr. Lee in Rivet City, and they left.
No, those legs are widening. I could already see that form getting skewed.
Well, a whole bunch of people got together and turned a
Kind of want to
beach
see what the
aircraft
skirt
carrier
form
into a
looks like. If I make a
just
skirt,
follow the river southward.
can I start plating it?
Can't.
Should I
Ever
care
since
that
being
much about plating
singing again.
them? Whatever. Okay. I just need to remember.
Anytime you need a place to crash.
Why did Peyton change his name to Aunt Lilith?
I got called an old in a server. And then,
Oldie?
yo, bro, you say
A what?
I got called old. Yeah.
Sorry, a what?
I got called old.
Oh, okay.
There are so many bent tin cans. Let me take some, dude. I thought.
What game are you playing with a bunch of bent tint cans?
Fallout 3.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Bent tint cans who survived the nuclear apocalypse.
Yeah, it's the economy. No, I know. The cola caps are the economy, actually, in that game.
Yeah, caps are. So bent tin cans are just as useless as you'd think.
Radiation cans. Buy your radiation can today.
Yeah, no, every single piece of food in this game gives you radiation.
They have temporary solves for it, though, so don't worry. Yeah, so
Those
that's
temporary
never,
solves are
ever,
exactly.
ever how you draw a finger form. Never would do what I just did.
What did you do?
I used 2 sticks.
What?
I'm gonna go over to Megaton real quick. Extort the civilians.
I just want to see what happens if I play with the arm form into more cartoonish frames.
You stayed out of trouble. Good luck.
Careful around that bomb. I'll try. What? Is that it? You gave me 10 bullets.
Someone's not thankful.
Shut up. 10 10-millimeter bullets.
Damn,
Can't do
someone's
anything
not
with
thankful.
Someone ran up to me and gave them to me, so I thought it was gonna be like a shit ton of stuff. I'm not like sad or anything. I'm just surprised that it's just that.
I think that's kind of an insult. Like, what, you think I specifically need these rounds? Some kid just saw you and he was like, oh yeah, that guy's fucked. Might as well be
I think
a
I'm
good
gonna
Christian
No,
boy,
it's
give him
for
some
what I
10
did for the.
millimeter rounds.
I'm one of the only reasons these people have water. It's not good water, but it is water. So
I think I'm gonna add the planet of Jupiter onto this map. I think it'll be a good addition.
yeah, sure.
No, the thing to add the planet of Jupiter, unless you have a lore reason of why it's in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. I mean, you kind of have to. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said buttfuck nowhere. Of all things it could have said as an articulation.
When you said lore, what do you think I was talking about?
Until you talk about the verse.
Why would I add that?
So I was gonna say, like, if you're gonna add Jupiter to it, then it can't be in Timbuktu. It has to have some type of reason to be out there.
Let me just real quick put that in like.
That'll be good for them.
No,
Just go to motherfuckers in Albuquerque.
Me wondering why Alabama is part of the Andromeda
Oh,
Belt.
wait, that reminds me. There's an anime called Chainsaw Man, and there's a reason I think it would be one of the worst places to live. It is so awful.
I wouldn't want anyone
Recently in the manga, there's this character called Yoru, the War Devil, and she actually, I'm
War
so serious
Devil?
when I say this. The War Devil, yeah.
isn't
She's
it?
one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Whole different thing, by the way. But basically, she turned the state of Michigan and Oregon into a sword.
That's pretty sick.
And I mean, like, she turned the state of Michigan and Oregon into a sword.
That's dope.
What do you mean that's dope? The entire state collapsed.
That's dope.
5 of manga bits. Okay.
Boo-hoo, Michigan. It's a
What
sword
about-
now.
She
Michigan has
sacrificed
gotten.
all.
Michigan has gotten more use in that one moment of being turned into a sword than it has throughout the entirety of the American history.
What about my goat, Oregon, bro? I don't know
Oregon,
my goat. Yeah.
you know what? There has to be losses for straight badassery. It's part of the rules.
What about Virginia? She sacrificed all of Virginia just so she could hit Denji with a nuclear punch.
No,
Don't worry.
it's not worth it in my opinion. It's not cool enough.
She also turned the Statue of Liberty into a woman with like a giant rifle through her mouth and then shot a giant finger across the Pacific Ocean just to hit like one guy.
I feel
Relatable.
You know what? Yeah, it's worth it. I'd say it's worth it.
How?
The
What did New
Liberty
Yorkers
gun?
ever do?
I think the New Yorkers would have preferred it.
Yeah. You just hate New Yorkers, don't you?
Now, as a certified New Yorker, at the Statue of Liberty blasted some random dude from across the Atlantic.
Japan.
That is acceptable. That is acceptable.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
Obviously acceptable. You fucking retarded.
Why?
It's funny.
Look, I really gonna argue with the 2 guys who are on the side of the War Devil. Or Demon, whatever the fuck it's called.
But Chainsaw Man is absurd. Gun Devil really like moves.
I
at,
think
like,
you're
Mach
just jealous.
2
I think you're just jealous that, like, Maryland wasn't turned into a Morning Star because it's the most boring place ever.
Right, you want to know how she summoned that Statue of Liberty rifle? She sacrificed 40,000 people from the National Gun Association, and she sacrificed like 3.2 million people's like thumb or like pinky finger or something.
This implies that there's an objective value to the Liberty Blast, and it's worth 40 Americans.
Yeah, it's a little thing called contracts, where they make contracts.
So it's cheap and dope.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Makima made a contract with the Prime Minister of Japan. That every time she perceives someone as trying to attack her, that damage is inflicted onto one of the like 200 million Japanese citizens at complete random. One of the funniest parts about that is that in the death battle between Makima and Gojo, they just showed this by like
I remember
Gojo
that.
hitting
I
her
remember
with-
that.
Yeah, and then like the random guy just shitting on the toilet just like turns into a splatter of blood. Is she really
She's able to redirect the energy.
like?
Let's see.
70 taps. Humana. That's a little
like,
much. But
Denji ate the nuclear weapons devil, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not trying to see what that's gonna do.
Is the infraspinatus worth putting here?
Oh my! I just realized something. So, the War Devil
How would that
gets
look
like
from
from-
above.
so like the War Devil gets her powers from how many people fear her, right, Luca?
Mm-hmm.
So like, imagine like this woman during World War II, bro.
Experience in the ways they
Everybody's dying.
I feel like those should have direct competition because the Nazis are doing a bunch of religious shit.
Oh, the Nazis wouldn't exist because Denji ate them, and now they don't exist.
eat what you like.
The whole
He
thing with the
ate
Chainsaw Devil is
Nazis
that,
in canon.
yeah, the whole thing with the Chainsaw Devil is that like he eats things.
To get
Um,
stronger.
Flame in your
Yeah,
heart.
he eats things. He like can eat devils that like represent concepts and they like get like erased from existence. Yeah. The devils that he eats are erased from existence. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Some I'm trying to find there's like a panel where Makima says like everything Denji all the devils Denji has eaten. Okay. So he ate World War II, Nazis, nuclear weapons, the eruption of Mount Vio, AIDS, Analon syndrome, and Zoa.
Did you say AIDS?
Yes, he ate AIDS.
Interesting.
That's a true hero.
Never really know what goes through someone's mind when they say something like that.
Real.
Speaking of AIDS, y'all want to play enlisted?
Oh God,
I don't have enlisted right now, actually.
I don't either.
Neither do I. That's what I'm asking.
Great Ditch. Have I not gone to Great Ditch yet? Shit. Let's
Maybe.
go to Super Duper Market.
I feel like I'm dumb. What the heck?
Honestly, that's not a bad look.
What?
The Greatblade design that I kind of came up with here.
Could
For-
you maybe like send it to me? If
Well, I
can
mean, I'm
see?
still sketching it out. Okay, wait. The infraspinatus might be where it's at. It attaches to the deltoid. Kind of, a little bit. No, it does. It goes straight to the deltoid. Which gives the form that makes the shell plausible.
Where are we going with this again? Exactly?
And that gives the limitations of the head. No, this makes sense. This could be fixed up a little bit. No need for the... Okay. Holy crap, this makes so much sense. And this could kind of be put into the rest of its form. Wait, so with the sacrospinalis form in the collarbone. Okay, wait. So the collarbone kind of works in its own right. We don't want the lateralis to kind of take over that form. However,
I have a knife.
pain when the knife doesn't give him 30 rads. Stupid bitch. Sorry, that was mean.
Shut up.
That was mean.
I cripple him. Yow! He blew up in my face.
Honestly, justified
This is the
response.
knife I've ever seen.
Bomb beats knife. Basic rock, paper, scissors, kind of.
No, I did kill him, but he did explode.
As
Oh, okay.
He is dead.
any
Did he die as
crippled
a result?
person would.
Yeah. disabled people like pulling out like a Jimmy Neutron.
Me watching the disabled dude getting bullied to pull out a neutron star from his pocket in self-defense.
Average Dragon Ball character.
I swear to fucking God, I'm not. I don't even want to fight you guys. It's I'm on the other side of a fucking bridge.
I think
I'm
one
not
of the
fighting
re-
you.
I think one of the reasons why Goku got so powerful is because he has trace autism.
What?
No, it's because he's gay maxing. He's just homo maxing, dude.
Okay. Practicing the 3D form on the Greatblade was so much harder than I ever thought it would be. It actually took the knowledge of the muscles, of the anatomy, in order to figure a lot of this shit out. But you know what? I'm happy I am.
Okay, Dragon Ball power levels are insane, bro. According to if Kid Goku, like when he started the journey or like when he met Master Roshi, had a power level of 10, the farmer, when Raditz showed up, should be about half of that strength. This is motherfuckers in Dragon Ball are trying to explain why a farmer beats Superman. What is this?
With this knowledge, we could say that actually no. Let's revel in the success right now. Let's revel in the success right now.
So
We have a form.
what?
We have made a form using the tricep.
So, okay. So according to this, Bulma's power level is higher than movie Bulma's power level is higher than Goku when he met Master. What? How?
Okay, wasn't the farmer's power level only
Okay,
5?
so-
Yeah, I
okay,
haven't
so
watched the full thing of Dragon Ball yet, so I won't be able to answer that question just yet.
Okay, so the farmer's power level is like 5. Bulma's power level in the movies is 12, and Kid Goku's power level when he like started his journey and all that, like early in, and when he met Master Roshi is like 10. So, what the? This is crazy. What is Vitel's power? Oh, okay.
This is
So-
perfect too, because the king. Sorry, actually, no, continue what you're saying, Luca. Sorry for interrupting.
The end of the Buu saga. Wait, what does this mean? Okay, 238 is pretty high.
I love how
Okay,
Goku
so
was just fucking around with a power level of 9,000 to work with. He was just like
Okay.
chilling with enough power
Okay.
to level a moon.
At the end of the Buu saga, Videl is stronger
my
than
little
Master
cousin.
Roshi when he blew up the moon. What? Dragon Ball power levels might make no sense.
Possibly.
Yeah, so Master Roshi's power level when he blew up the moon was 139, and Videl's when Videl at the end of the Buu saga had about 238, which is also higher than Goku at that tournament, and Krillin, I guess.
I guess. Damn.
Yo, what is that hair? Hold up, man. I need to send you a picture of Videl's haircut. I don't know if this is like GT or something, but
Look at this.
look at this haircut. This isn't her normal haircut. Like her normal haircut is infinitely better, but
What is the form called?
cut Peyton.
The Latimus Dorsey, right. The Latimus Dorsey. should be the entire back shell form. That should be the form. The latimus dorsi should be the back shell form for the entirety of the body. That is what's going to complete the form. The latimus dorsi makes sense in our human eyes. That's why I couldn't figure out why it looked so good, but what the actual form was. Now I know the form. The latimus dorsi and the infraspinatus go hand in hand with each other.
What? Okay.
Yeah, but this is my little cousin talking about Dragon Ball. But the chat's
I
having a
feel like I'm
conversation
making
if you're at Elika. Makes sense in my opinion. She learned techniques from Gohan. Even Master Roshi couldn't fly, but Gohan taught Videl how to fly and use other forms of light ki.
I need to send you this image. How is this?
Alright, guys, putting the observation aside, let me
Who
see.
is this? Who is that? Oh,
Oh, it's that, oh, dude, it's that ugly kid from Game of Thrones. Like that kid
Hold
who's
on,
so ugly that the audience started to hate him as an actor and a
let
person.
me send you something else. This is like
How powerful
I don't-
is Super Saiyan 3 Freddy? What?
Super Saiyan 3 Freddy.
Well, so what
Hold
does
on, let me
this
search
J
this.
stand for?
Who is
And
this?
the J in Super Saiyan, it doesn't stand for anything.
Okay. J in Super Saiyan stands for Jin. Super Saiyajin.
That's cool. I know.
What did you send me?
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Senior Jesus giving you a thumbs up.
Okay, Super Saiyan 3 I don't know if normal Freddy even has a power level. Okay,
I mean, he did kill a child.
DBZ power level. Okay. I think we can all agree that he's probably higher than the farmer, right? Who has a power level of 5.
Higher than the former?
Okay. First, does he beat like Bulma or not Bulma, but does he beat like a kid Goku like at the start of his journey? Do we think, chat, that he beats that guy? Like little baby little Goku. Right when you see it. Honestly, I'm just gonna like open up your stream so I can actually see chat in real time.
This one from Anatomy Studies to Super Saiyan Bernard. And friends.
Who?
So
Who's
he's
Bernard?
the Sentry robot. Lovely.
Wait, who's Bernard?
I don't know.
I must have missed like something in Dragon Ball to miss like Super Saiyan Bernard, bro.
Yeah. What about the car? What about the car? What do you mean I did?
Stop calling me a civilian.
Unbelievable, guys. You have no self-control. Clear up the sink and immediately mess it up.
Why did you post a video called "Why Trump Actually Sucked Off the Horse"?
Because it's the truth.
Why is Epstein here? Hold on, can we real quick? Okay, I'm gonna get into that in a little bit, but
Paladin? This guy
I
has a
can't see anything
battery
from
pack
chat.
on his back. That's alright. Those guys are awesome.
I don't know if that's my setting, but I can't see anything from chat. So let me try again. This must be a glitch. I can't see. Okay, I'm trusting on you, Luca, to faithfully read out chat.
Why are you trusting me for that shit?
Because I can't see it. I don't know. It's like a glitch or something.
Oh wait, I can put up or put down the opacity by my own. Oh, that's sick. I can use the eraser, lower the opacity of the eraser, and that effectively lowers the opacity of the drawing as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
And like, Sometimes it makes it a little bit more like transparent.
Well, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
opacity is. Transparency.
Mm, okay. So
What the
assuming
fuck
Freddy
are
has the
you
same
eating?
power level as the farmer from before, he should have a power level with Super Saiyan 3 of about like 2000.
Empty. Yeah, of course.
That means he should be able to beat like the average Frieza Force soldier. He also should be able to beat Raditz.
Honestly, man, I could beat Raditz.
I don't know about that.
I'd whoop Raditz ass.
He has half the power level of Nappa, so yeah. He'd be pretty strong. Okay, Pan, how would you go about beating Raditz's ass?
What the fuck is that?
Do you think there's any character, like any significant character
Oh my
in
God, what
Dragon
is
Ball
that?
that could be killed by man-made weapons?
Raditz. I'm just gonna shoot Raditz. Well, I guess Bulma would be the most
that just
obvious.
wouldn't work, Pan. Like Raditz is like one of the few Dragon Ball characters that has actually been shot. It just did nothing. He got shot point blank by a shotgun.
You think Goku would even be like notice if he got shot?
Yeah.
No. However, if it's either Kid Goku at the start of his journey or if it's Goku when he was rusty, when he got like scraped by bullets, then yes.
Dude, I think Kid Goku would be put down by a high caliber weapon.
Probably
I'm
not.
I'm just gonna say. I think if Goku could get his ass beat, Kid Goku, I think like a Uzi would just light him up. Right now, probably like a higher caliber weapon than an Uzi firing like unloading.
Yeah,
him, but like I
feel
think
like if you-
we have guns that are big enough to take out Kid Goku.
Yeah, I feel like how do I say this? Like pre-Master Roshi training, I feel like you could take out Kid Goku with a really high caliber gun.
It's all about his unbelievable durability for a child.
Yeah, bullets would bounce off of that guy, bro. You shot him with a pistol and like just bounce off and like scrape his forehead or something. Why can't I just get a normal? Is that a Lego piece?
I
you
just
going-
want to set the world on fire. Okay, wait a second. I need to like make this form just a little smaller.
Only that I hear rumors the place is
On what happened earlier from what chat said, I feel like yeah, it is probably reasonable for Videl to have like a power level that high, but I still think it's kind of funny. I wonder if you
Look like a woman who's been in Point Lookout. You'll find fresh grown.
Yes.
Nadine, sprightly little tomboy with more curiosity than common sense.
You look like a pedophile. I don't know if I want to go on your boat.
Thrown her overboard. If she hadn't reminded me of myself at her age.
Honestly, I'm not surprised that a Fallout character might look like a pedophile.
It just looks like Peyton.
But the
Looks
Peyton
exactly
looks
like
like-
him one for one.
adventurous spirit.
This
Peyton
looks
would
like-
definitely be somebody who's like so spiteful. If he ever found his lookalike, he'd put some type of police report to ruin his life, completely unaware of how that would affect him.
I don't know about that one, but maybe.
No.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm gonna leave the tails to the elites. The elites are gonna have their own anatomy to them.
out of the way, Garuda. I can't see anything.
Good. Wishy.
Is that a master builder?
You laugh.
I am curious of the music artist that they chose for Fallout, because his voice is great.
Yeah, the music.
I need to go for a second. My mom needs help with the bags.
And you alone. Alone.
Give me a second. Be right back.
Wishing that I were near, there, baby, you laugh me, forget.
You want to kill me? You want to kill me? Say that. Say that again. Say that again. Jesus Christ! Maybe that was a little bit too mean. Never mind. That was really funny. Let's go, brother. I leveled up.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Where the hell's Maximus?
Back.
Is the train are the are the way the best are the way.
It is a ridiculous hand position, even though it's plausible. But no. This is a lack of control. Alright. With that, I'm going to conclude this anatomy study.
Nice job, man.
Thank you. Also, I'm taking the pictures like you asked me to.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Ah, finally finished the planet.
Lucius, move off. Let's go.
On that, I'm gonna have to close the stream. Thank you guys for watching, though. Also, tomorrow I'm going to do the PVZ stream because I still gotta finish that. I just been putting it off for so long. But thank you very much for watching. 2 of the major shell forms are done, so that's good.
Everyone ready? Wasteland's latest news. Maybe that time. The boys and
Did I just catch you wanted to be something?
I'll see you. Bye.